aka Mr. Shot Boss Move. And we here. We here. So I coach Will Russell. We in the studio tonight. We just in here vibing tonight. I'm actually running an equipment test and testing out a new concept that I've been fleshing out in my head for a long time. It's the Beyond the Lens. Well, for many of you who follow me for quite some time, you know that since 2017, I've been teaching a filmmaking workshop to middle school students all throughout the Bronx. Actually, in this past year, we actually even expanded into high school age students. That program is the Beyond the Lens, How to Sharpen Your Focus, Framing and Vision for Life filmmaking program, where essentially I teach the participants life skills through film and photography and content creation and entrepreneurship. And so that concept that I've been working on since 2017, I've been very fortunate enough to impact the lives of many young adults and be able to teach them a lot of skills like filmmaking and things like that and content creation. And they've been able to go on and do some amazing things. And it kind of had me thinking, that's cool being able to impact youth all throughout New York City, but how can we take this thing outside of New York City? So this is what you're seeing here. You're seeing Beyond the Lens live. This is going to be essentially a platform or a channel or show where we're going to come together and we're going to talk about life, but through the lens of media, marketing, content creation, all those great things. And so I got you here tonight. I figured as a good inaugural first episode, just to kind of get my feet wet too into the world of live streaming, because some people know this, some people may not know this, but a quick background on myself. Kev T, aka Mr. Shot by Smooth. I'm the founder of Talbot Media, which is a digital marketing agency designed to help brands share their stories, connect with their target audience, and grow their digital presence through brand strategy, content creation, and social media marketing. And since 2010, I've worked in various forms of media production, from producing documentaries to producing music videos, even some live television type of programming, from health and wellness, even down to pay-per-view style events like Muay Thai, kickboxing, UFC kind of stuff. And so essentially what I'm looking to do now in this phase of my career, obviously, is really to help people through my business, help them be able to tell their story, not just on the social media standpoint, the content creation standpoint, but just all around. And, being able to actually impart my knowledge. I've been fortunate enough to work in media production for 15 plus years now. At this point, it's kind of crazy to say 15 plus years. That's crazy, 15. But by the grace of God, we're here. And I feel like it's important to be able to start, giving back to the game for all that it's given me. I mean, I've done it before, and I've done it all throughout the New York City and the Bronx, but now it's time to do it on a digital scale, because we're living in one of the greatest times of the world. We got the internets. So, first of all, shout out to everybody who's on the check-in tonight. Let us know who you're checking in from. Drop it in the chat. Matter of fact, let me get up in the chat. Right? Let me get up in the chat. Yeah, this is a lot too. It's funny because this is gonna be cool because I'm running my own live stream, my own live shows today. So a lot of this technology here, because many people obviously are looking to get into podcasting and live streaming, and obviously as something with it being in my skill set, I figured let me put together this studio here, start testing out some things, and being able to see, how I can help people who want to get into live streaming and podcasting. So, but the best way to help somebody do something and teach somebody how to do it is by doing it yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to be that player coach. You can't just be telling people like, oh, this is what you should do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know about you, but for me, if I'm going to learn something from somebody, I want to learn something from somebody who's been in the game. All right. So that is one of the areas that Talbot Media can help with, is if you are looking to produce podcasts, or even live streaming. If you see here, multicam, if you got a podcast with multiple guests, you can see here. Let me give you a little taste of this, what we're working with. Obviously, I'm talking on a camera over here. We got a camera over here. Actually, hold up. Let me set up my other camera. My other little hack. This is not an official camera, but this is a hack that I came up with recently. In the battle station over here. Ooh, okay, so we got camera one. We got camera one live. All right, we're gonna actually no, I lied. This is camera one. Let's cut to camera one. Camera one coming at you live. All right, camera two coming at you live. Oh, and then obviously today we're gonna be unboxing something. So of course, unboxing. We got this angle up top here, so we can hit you with the unboxing right here, and then a new behind the scenes camera angle. Off my iPad, I got my iPad over here, so give you a little taste behind the scenes of what the studio looked like. All right, but let's get into it. Let's get into this inaugural first episode. And actually, as you drop it in, let us know, man. Shout yourself out in the chat. Let us know where you tuning in from. Beyond the Lens live, coming at you live from the Bronx, New York. It's Beyond the Lens live. I gotta do that like a little Saturday Night Live opening intro. Matter of fact, who wanna help me produce that? We gotta get that jumping. I need a nice little intro. Yeah, obviously, you see me. I'm working through my kinks too. So actually going back to I'm excited to take this on too, because my background in live production is I actually worked with a crew. So starting in 2014, I worked with a crew where we produced live sports, like CrossFit tournaments, Muay Thai kickboxing, things like that. And we were literally, it's like a crew of like 5 of us. And I was one of 3 camera operators who would actually be on the ground, like filming whatever WOD it is, or, if it's a Muay Thai kickboxing, I'm ringside, and we'd have a director in our back talking in our ear. Kev, we about to cut to your camera. Yo, Kev, you ready? All right, yo, Kev, you ready? All right, we about to cut to your camera angle right now, Kev. All right, cool. All right, yo, Kev. All right, wait. Stay there, Kev. All right, hold on. We about to cut back to the other camera angle. All right, so I was the camera operator who had to be in position to get the shots ready for the director in the back, who would send the stream out. He's cutting this and we got the stream going out live, like pay-per-view style. So I'm trying to take all of these different forms of media that I've been very blessed to, these skills I've been very blessed to acquire over the past 15 plus years of my career. And, it's time to just mix it up in the game, A lot of my clients want to get into YouTube, Twitch streaming and all that stuff. So actually, this is twofold tonight. I'm gonna be running some tests, working out some kinks and some equipment that I got, which we'll be doing some videos about equipment. A lot of people always ask me, what's the best camera to get started with live streaming, or what's the best camera to get started with podcasting or whatever. So on this channel, we definitely want to cover those topics. But also, if you actually just want one-on-one consultation, we are going to be setting aside time Obviously, the rest of November is booked, but there will be time coming up where you can book one-on-one slots with me to actually get consultations. Like, all right, yo, Kev, I bought this camera, but yo, I don't even know how to set this thing up. Okay, I got you. You can hop on the phone for 60 minutes and I'll take you through how to set the camera, what to put to get the lighting right. Maybe it is some lights. You say, yo, I got these lights. I don't know how to position the lights to get it right for my YouTube channel. All right, cool. You hop on the call. You show me your, hey, actually move the light over there. So we are going to be getting into consultations if you are looking to learn more about content creation. So we definitely gonna get into that. And yeah, hold on, let me check something else too. Job boss move. All right, we in the chat. And actually, and all of this is being run right now through Riverside FM. Shout out to Riverside FM. Riverside FM. I wonder if it went back live. It is live. It's saying it's live. Yeah, and that's one of the things I'm also testing on Riverside FM. That's a great platform. Like I said, if you're looking to get into podcasting or live streaming, this is an amazing platform. Like, they don't pay me for this. I don't get no affiliate links, which they should. Hold up, cut back here. Let's talk about that Riverside. We should. But Riverside is an amazing tool that I used when I was producing my documentary. And there was a lot of people who I had to interview for the documentary who I couldn't really get to. So we actually just did remote interviews through this. So it's also an amazing platform to do live streaming, live production, podcasting. So if you're into that, you want help, let's say maybe you used Riverside before, you need some help with that, I can help you with that too. So and tell us where you're tuning in from. Yeah. Tell us where you're tuning in from. One thing about me, you know, I'm tuning in from New York, the Bronx to be exact. Yeah. Let it be. This would be the point where the director's in your ear, like, damn it, we missed that cut. Yeah, actually, we running all the audio off the Rodecaster Pro tonight. So if you've never seen the Rodecaster Pro or you got this, you need help with that, that's something I can help you with too. I ain't gonna talk about what's wrong with it, but what's wrong with it today? A little laggy. I think I gotta run a firmware update. That's the crazy thing, that we live in this world with all this tech that we got needs firmware updates. Before I was about to come on the live, my camera was like, yo, you need to update your user agreement. I was like, update the user agreement. Anyway, let's get into what we came here to do tonight. Come on, man. Unbox that brand new iPhone 17 Pro. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Let me be direct. Pro Max. Supposed to be Pro Max in the cosmic orange. You're probably like, oh my gosh, why'd you get the cosmic orange? I mean, look, one thing, if you haven't known this about me, you haven't noticed this about me, if you've been rocking with me for a little bit of time, is as much as I try to, let me come over here. Let's talk about it. You know me, I'll be trying to be low key. Sometimes I'm the low key person, but I'm like the most high key, low key person. And you're like, well, what does that even mean? Okay, like I be trying to be low key. Sometimes, if you know me, like I don't really like to be in the forefront sometimes, but just how my swag, my demeanor is, my persona is just somebody like, yo, it just pops. Something's different about that guy. So I can't really be hiding low key. So I've embraced it. I'm just like, I like that. I like to stand out a little bit. So I've always been that way since I was young. And so I just like colors that stand out. Like when I got my first iPhone, the first iPhone was iPhone 10. I got the gold iPhone. And then when I then upgraded, I'm not one of those people who upgrades every year. You need to understand about me. Well, this one tonight, you'll see. I'll upgrade like for the, not that I'm anti-capitalism or anything, but I feel if your phone, because let's talk about what the basic function of a phone is, right? You need to make calls, send texts, and you need a good camera to capture content. Okay, everything else is a cherry on top. So as long as your phone does that, you good, you in the game. Okay. So I'm not upgrading every year. As long as my phone still do that, all right, cool. So the 13, I literally got that when it came out like May. Um, no, 2022. I don't even know what month, but 2022 is when I got it. And that was only because at that point my 10 was over. My 10 cracked. I think that's what it was. So it was like, nah, it's time to upgrade. And then my boy Jared, shout out to Jared from Centucom, who hooks me up with all my iPhones. So then he's like, he got me the 13 Pro at that time, 13 Pro Max. The green joint. I gotta get green. Green's my favorite color, man. Shout out to everybody who love green. Matter of fact, put in the chat what's your favorite color. And put in the chat if you a high key, low key person. Or if you just a low key person. Put that in the chat. Which one are you? You a high key, or you just a low key, high key? You're like, what? Cat, what are you talking about? We just in the chat having a good time. That's what we talking about. We ain't talking about nothing. Let's see. Stream manager, we in the live, we in the stream. All right. We got that there. Am I even live right now? No. He said, am I even live again? No. I thought I was live on Facebook. I thought I was live on Facebook. All right, well, that's what you gotta do. You gotta work out the kinks. No, why she had my mother on here like that on Facebook? I'm about to untag. No, remove me off the tag. I don't even be checking my Facebook. This is craziness. Yo, I really am. Yo, I need to be better at checking. I only be using Facebook for the dates of people's birthdays. I went on here to see if I was live. Yo, bro, working on this live. Oh my gosh. Oh, here we go. That's too funny. All right, we live. The live stream test. Yo, first of all, shout out to everybody who's pulling up to live right now. Welcome to Beyond the Lens. Over here, let me talk to you here. Welcome to Beyond the Lens Live. If you've been rocking with me for quite some time, you know that I've been teaching this filmmaking workshop for a long time. Beyond the Lens, how to sharpen your focus, framing, and vision for life, with your host, Kev T, aka Mr. Shabba Smooth. Here tonight, we coming at you in a live, and so Beyond the Lens is something that I figure, I've been teaching this workshop for quite some time. I've been able to impact the lives of many youth in the Bronx from grade 6 all the way up to high school age students. I've been doing this since 2017. And I figured, I've been able to get some good results in New York with these young adults. And I figured this is something I need to spread throughout the world. And I feel like, it is my life's purpose to educate and entertain, not just entertain, but to educate as well. And through doing those two things together, hopefully inspire some people out here. So that's what we're doing with the Beyond the Lens platform. And this is something new that we're working in too. I figured, we in that day and age, what better way to spread the word other than using this amazing internet that we got here, and hopefully put the social back in social media. Can I get a? Nah, let me stop. All right. So tonight I figured, so this is the first episode of Beyond the Lens podcast live. situation. Let us know when you tuning in from. You tuning in from. We going live on multiple platforms right now. We on Facebook. We on Facebook. Where we at? Facebook, YouTube. Shout out to YouTube. Everybody who checked in on the YouTube. Let me double check the YouTube. Facebook, YouTube, and IG. Oh, and Twitch. We on Twitch right now. We everywhere. We everywhere. I'm everywhere. You ain't never there. I'm everywhere. You ain't never there. Anyway. All right. So on the first, I figured this first one is just something light. We're gonna do an unboxing today and a check-in. For those of you that just dropping in, we're actually getting ready to unbox the brand new iPhone 17 Pro Max. But it's really not that new at this point. It's like probably a month or two old, which that's one thing you gonna know this about me, right? Like some things I got some okay things. I'm not like a materialistic person. I wouldn't consider myself that, but I got some things that okay. You know, I work hard for them, but I don't be getting them right when they drop. Like I'm not that type of person. I mean, I'm always like the let them have it first and let them figure out the kinks kind of people. Then I get on the wave. That's me, and I'm not like the one who's trying to jack the wave. Oh yeah, all mad thirsty. No. I'm gonna wait it out. I'm gonna wait. When it's my wave, then all right. But so yeah. But honestly, I've upgraded, but it wasn't by choice. If I could be very honest with you, it was not by choice. So if you know me, not that I'm like anti-capitalist or anything, but I feel like this. And first of all, this is not in this economy. This ain't the time to be just upgrading willy nilly. If you cannot afford to do that, if you can, and you got it, hey, it ain't tricking if you got it. If you got it, by all means. But this is not the time of the economy to just be doing reckless upgrades. And for me, it's so funny because I'm upgrading from the iPhone 13 Pro Max, which I mean, that's my bread and butter. I'll be rocking with that. And I feel like, honestly, let's be honest. What are the functions of a phone, right? Your phone, as long as your phone make phone calls, receive text, and they got a good camera where you can get a little flick off, you know what I'm saying? Capture this moment. Okay, that's really what your phone is designed to do. So everything else is a cherry on top. So dropping crazy bread for a phone, we also got to think about it. But I was just forced to because I broke my phone. I sat on my phone. My beautiful iPhone 13 Pro Max has passed. You know, it still work. But it's cracked up. And the crazy part about it too is I just finished paying it off this year. Just finished paying it off. Yo, shout out to my sister Roya. Shout out to my sister Roya on the check-in. Matter of fact, everybody drop in the chat where you tuning in from right now. Drop in the chat because we are on multiple platforms right now. We streaming on the IG. We on Twitch right now. Shout out to everybody who's checking in on the Twitch. Shout out to everybody who's checking in on the Facebook. I'm on YouTube also. But you know what I'm saying is we out here. We trying to get on the streaming wave. Shout out to my girl Stina in the building. What up, Stina? Roy said she tuned in from Club Bad. Club Kama. Shout out to the Kama. Hey. I should be in my Kama too. That's really where I should be at. But I gotta make this content. I gotta make this content. And this is honestly the only time I have to make this content. So this is the only reason why I'm doing this right now. And on top of that too, I told myself, man, we not making no excuses with the content this year. We gotta go in. So shout out to everybody who's rocking with me on the late night. You know, this is welcome to Beyond the Lens Live. Many of y'all know for the past since 2017, I've been teaching a filmmaking workshop called Beyond the Lens: How to Sharpen Your Focus, Framing, and Vision for Life with Mr. Kevin. And I've been very fortunate since 2017 to be able to impact the lives of many young adults from grades 6 all the way up into high school, and teach them life principles through film and photography. And so, you know, I figured, what better way than to expand this globally outside of New York than other than tapping on the internet? So tonight this is the first episode of Beyond the Lens Live. and my people's on the check-in. Shout to y'all on the check-in. Roy is on it, Stina's on it. Who else in here? I'm like checking like 3 feeds in here. Oh, Deanie, you in here? Yo, everybody's in. First of all, don't y'all gotta go to work in the morning, school in the morning or something? Nah. We on the late night. We on the late night. I appreciate y'all rocking out with me on the late night. So I'm gonna make this entertaining and I'm gonna get on with it. All right, so here's what we got tonight. So we're doing this unboxing. We're gonna unbox the iPhone 17 Pro. We just picked this up today because your boy, I sat on my 13 Pro. Crazy. I just finished paying it off. I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna upgrade. Let me keep my little coin in my pocket. I'm not gonna need to upgrade right now. It's still making phone calls. It's still making text. Let's hold on to it. Oh, sidebar. Despite the fact that it would be moving slow, I don't know. Do y'all feel like this? I feel like there's a conspiracy out there. Like every time when they drop a new phone, the old phones just start lagging a little bit. The keyboards start getting a little glitchy. I'm like, come on, man. Come on. Yeah, I peeps that, Stina. I seen you had the out, yo, and it was crazy because I'm like, damn, I hope she don't think I'm jacking her swag. You know what I'm saying, Stina? I'm saying, I'm glad you actually you got that. You know what I'm saying, because that is a a tool for content creators, filmmakers. That's actually one of the things I'm excited most about this. Like all day I've been watching all the videos on it, like people like what they doing, and I'm dead. Like I want to get rid. I don't even know like what I'm about to do. Like today, you see me. I'm on 3 different cameras. Say, matter of fact, let me give you a little BTS of what we rocking with tonight. All right, we got camera 1. Cut to camera 1. All right, camera 2. We got camera 2. Okay, when we hit to this unboxing, we got camera 3. Which camera 3 is gonna be pretty interesting on IG. I don't know how you're gonna see camera 3, but camera 3, and then we got camera 4. Oh, actually, no, camera 4 is is on Twitch right now. I'm gonna come back to the BTS. Here we go. All right, that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, the little BTS angle. We really in here tonight. Okay. Cut back to camera 1. All right. Actually, let's go camera 3. Actually, camera 3, because let's get into this. Let's unbox this bad gal. But while I unbox it, let's just talk through it real quick. So you're probably like, all right, orange. Yeah, I went with the cosmic orange because you know anything about me. I'm like the least, like, I be trying to be low key, but I'm not low key. So I needed a little something to just pop, you know what I'm saying? A little something to just stand out, you know what I'm saying? Actually, let's go picture in picture. Throw picture in picture. All right. Let's do that right there. So I went with the orange because I always got to get the crazy color. Like, so when I got the iPhone 10, which was like my first iPhone, I had the gold. Matter of fact, let's just go. Let me zoom out. Right there. Yeah, I don't care. Y'all gonna see the behind the scenes too. Y'all seeing everything. Ooh, that's looking nice. Damn, and I just put mad lotion on my hands so I wouldn't be ashy on the live. But dang. Oh my gosh, dang. Okay. I'm afraid to touch it. Get my fingerprints on it. Let's see. Wow, that's crazy. First of all, look how simple this unboxing is. You only got to unbox 2 things: a phone and a cable. Because 2025, you don't even get a brick. They didn't even give you the brick to plug in. They didn't even give you the sticker. That's crazy. Disrespectful, but wow, it feels amazing. It feels nice already in my hand. You could just tell. Obviously, with this, I can't take it out the case right now because this crack is bad, very bad. So sad about that crack. Sad on it. But anyway, yo, off the rip, first impression, nah, this is looking nice. It's crazy because actually I got a case. I'm about to unbox the case in a little bit too. I already got a case for it. I don't play about that. As soon as my drink come out the box, I gotta go in the case. Now, just to give you a little mindset back to why I went and I got the orange, because you know me, I like to pop out. Something about me, I like to pop out. I pop out at your party. I'm at the game. Ooh, that's nice. That's so nice. But the other reason why, let me look in this camera too, was when I saw the Cosmic come out, the Cosmic Orange, it took me back to one of my first phones that I ever had. Actually, let me come here. Let's stay actually. Let's cut. I'm gonna come back. Picture in picture off. Cut back. Cut back camera two. So IG could see me right here. All right. So one of the things why I went with the Cosmic Orange was because it reminded me of one of the first phones I ever had. The LG. I think this one was a chocolate. What it was called, the LG. I wasn't there. Come on, I wasn't there when we had to hit the. Matter of fact, let me cut to this camera one. We had to type multi-tap. It was in there like BRB. E right there, TTYL. Oh, wait, you thought that was hard to do that? Nah. But this is me. I was stunting on him. I did this. I did this on him. And that's how I was. And let me tell you how ahead of my time I was. I had the camera built in the back. This is Verizon. I wasn't there. First of all, I had this phone when I was like 12, 13. Why I still have it? Yes, I might be a hoarder. Don't judge me. Sometimes I like to feel nostalgic. Okay. Okay. And honestly, Roya knows this. It's bad for the only reason why I had this on deck is because it wasn't like we just came from the Y2K party. Yeah, one of our friends, our close friends, had a Y2K theme party. So I brought this out as a prop. And obviously, this is actually months ago. Now that I think about it, this is months ago before they even announced the iPhone 17 and the colors. So maybe it was a little foreshadowing for me. I don't know. So I was like, nah, I got to go with the orange once I seen that. Do I love some nostalgia? I just like to pop out a little bit. That's it. I just like to pop out. All right, so let's see here. Okay, let's cut back camera 3 over the top here. All right, now this is hard. I'm really nervy. Like I should put it. Look at that. You see, when you moisturize, I already got. You can't really see it in this camera. I already got fingerprints all over the joint. That's tough. That's tough. How you find me on YT? You know, that's actually a good question, Roy. I've had. Let's see right now. But you can watch me though if you trying to watch in landscape. Actually, no. Let me not be like that. Let me cut over here. Let me not be like that because I don't know, Roy. It's like I specifically asked you, how do you watch on YouTube? I'm over here about to talk about how to watch me on Twitch. All right, hold on. Let me pull up the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel, it should be youtube.com/@Talbot Media. So yeah, I'm live right now, Talbot Media. Let me send you that link. Oh, welcome to our live show. Welcome to our live show. The YouTube channel, it should be youtube.com/@Talbot Media. It's coming through. Okay, yeah. Now I'm on YouTube. Yeah, if you just type in youtube.com @Talbot Media, and then you'll see me live. Talbot Media LLC. I'm gonna share my screen so you can see it. Chrome TL. Go. Any event. Yeah, I do Talbot Media LLC. That should be the YouTube page, or just regular Talbot Media. It's funny. I'm like, I was even trying to go live on TikTok just now too, but I don't even know. I'm just trying to just get on the game, get on the live streaming game. Drop me a link. All right, so let's do that. Let's do that. Go up to the channel. Go up to the channel. Back over here. Pin that. Pin that. All right, pin that. All right, so bet. So we got the cosmic orange. Oh, I didn't even know that joint just turned on. All right, so I put that link. So yeah, watch me on YouTube. See me on YouTube. See me on YouTube. Because on YouTube, you can see on landscape. You see everything on landscape. You see that angle. See this angle. See top, which I'm actually about to one more again. That's the real behind this. Behind this. All right. English. Yeah, actually, one day I'm gonna come on here and I'm gonna do another video where I'm gonna go through like the whole like setting up and everything because yeah, now it's 2 o'clock in the morning. But I'm gonna go with the whole setup. You know, I'm gonna talk about like some tips, and I'm thinking about putting together something where folks could actually like learn how to do, film and photography straight off their phone. I've been working. I'm thinking about putting together an ebook. I'm putting together an ebook. Yes. Roy is in here. Let's go. Yes, agreed. Roya says now she can see everything and browse on other apps because Instagram is too limiting. Womps. Instagram, put me top corner over here. Yeah, Instagram it's whack. That little whole. I'm trying to figure out how to go landscape because I be seeing people who go live on landscape. I don't know how they do it though. I don't know how they do it, but all right. So we're gonna set it up. United States. From the United States appearance. That's another thing I'm excited about this too. Like with this one, you could do mad different. Like you can customize your apps and your background a little different, which is so funny because for those people that know me out there, and you follow my smartphone journey since the beginning of smartphone. I'm not my first smartphone. I had to have been we had Blackberries in like 2008, 2009. I would say maybe like 2007, but it was like the Droid era. I've had maybe even like 2006. I done had some crazy droids, Androids. And it's wild to see how now like all the features we're gonna get hype about on iPhone is like all joints we've been doing on the Android. In any event. So like you could change the appearance. Now they letting you customize like how large stuff is because your boy is I'm maturing in this game. So sometimes I can't be reading those small things. I don't know. Sometimes. All right, so let's see. So set up without another device. So what I'm gonna do is I have backed up this phone earlier through the cloud. So what my hope is if I could just log in my iPhone 13, which dang, I wish I could take it out the case so I could like compare the size. I mean, we could just look at the size right now. Let me just lock this real quick. Lock both of them. Yo, it's like so much smaller. I mean, they're like the same. Actually, not. It's even thinner, I think. Yeah, nah, it's way thinner than the 13. Not like way. I'm over exaggerating. I'm being overzealous here. Way is crazy, but it's like maybe I don't even know. I ain't going to my metric game is off. I don't want like half an inch, probably a couple centimeters off. My metric game ain't solid. So we got that. I mean, the positioning of the cameras a little off. The other difference too, you can see like the sensors and the flash, they're over here now. I was seeing the 13 over there. Squeaky Possum, shout to the hello Squeaky Possum, greetings. Welcome to the live. Welcome to Beyond the Lens Live, first episode. Tonight we're doing a live unboxing. We just got the iPhone 17 Pro Max. And we just unboxing this. We're talking some content creation, just chopping it up, checking in with people want to check in. All right. Oh, you see? That's what I'm saying. So look at that. Yo, technology is crazy. All right, so we about to watch this together. This is about to be crazy. All right, so hold your new phone up to the camera. No, that was crazy. I didn't even get a chance to line it up yet. That was crazy. Nah, that was crazy. And it recognized, it legit recognized that it was me. Nah, that was nuts. It barely even scanned the thing. Like it just came in contact like that and it just scanned it. Yep, set it up for me. Let me see. Finish setting it up. Enter passcode. Tell you what, I'm way more glad that they got rid of that whole back glass situation though, because that's the thing. I'm telling you, when I sat on this phone, I was devastated. Like with the 10, I've broken the back glass on a 10 before, because I mean the whole thing was made of glass, and I've dropped it. So, but sitting on this one was crazy. Like, well, I was in the gym. That's what happened. I was in the gym. I was at a volleyball game, and I was actually taking photos at the event. And then they were like, "Yo, get in the photo," because they were like gathering everybody who was at the event, the staff who worked the event to take the photos. They're like, "Yo, get in the photo." I just ran and like I kind of like sat in the front. And then when I sat down, I heard like a little pop. I said, "Oh, okay." And I was like, "Yeah, I forgot I have my phone in my back pocket." I'm one of those. I'm a back pocket. I'm one of the back pocket people. So here we are. In any event, this is kind of crazy because I also remember back in the day, like if you bought a new phone and you had to transfer over your phone. In fact, let's come out of picture in picture. It's funny because I like this angle. Matter of fact, y'all tell me which angle you think is better. I mean, I got this one that I could talk to. Also, I got this one that I could talk to. I feel like sometimes if we talking right here, I might talk with you right here like this. Verify your identity. What you mean? Enter the 5-digit billing or shipping. Okay, bro. Oh, is it the business account? I gotta put the business zip. that would mess up the unboxing video. Actually, it's funny because a boy who registered, he probably put it on his. Oh my gosh! All right, here we go. Actually, I know how to do it. It may take a few minutes to activate your iPhone. That is crazy. It literally just scanned it and it started updating. Well, it's gonna copy over the 13 into the 17. Oh, this is actually like if I did thumbnails, this would be a good thumbnail. Like the YouTube guys. All right, so software update. Let's run the software update. So let's cut back camera 3 over top here. All right, we're gonna go software update. Update now. It's gonna run the software update. Enjoy your new phone. Let's do agree. What's next for this iPhone? What's next for this iPhone? I'm gonna have to wipe it clean. Or maybe I just keep it as a backup. Just go scroll the internet with it. Who knows? I use it as a doom scroller phone. Nah, I also no. So actually, what my other plan is, well, before I cracked it, was to actually turn this into a another camera, essentially, like a behind the scenes, like social media content phone. So I still might do that. I'm gonna just wipe it. I'm gonna just wipe it so it don't be on nothing. All right, about 2 minutes is downloading the software update. So while that's downloading the software update, come back here. Yo, that's kind of crazy. First of all, I remember the days when like you had to leave your phone at the desk with the person and they had to plug it up with the cables. And they'd be like, yo, if you did it in the mall, and they'd be like, yo, just go walk around, go shopping, and then come back in like 2 hours and we'll transfer. Yo, because we know we used to mess you up. You have to transfer the contacts. Yo, if you remember those days, drop something in the comments. If you ever, first of all, if you got like over, if you even had like over like 100 contacts, 200 contacts, that joint would be like, yo, come back in like 30 minutes. If you had like 500 to 1,000, yo, Roy said I'm about to be recording 80K. That's a fact. That's a fact. Back to the 80K. Like, woo, about to get all my pores up in there. Every platinum strand I got, every platinum whisker, they about to get it. 80K, which is crazy because so I was reading something about it. I think this has it has a 48 megapixel camera. Now, I don't even know how to explain. I'm not going to put no scientific term behind it. I'm not going to say no what 1 megapixel equates to. I'm not going to tell you none of that. I'm just going to say it has a very high quality camera, right? 48 megapixels. And then all three of them has 48 megapixels. So what that means is like, so the best way I can explain pixels is, so I don't know if you ever made a poster before or something like a photo, like you have to blow something up, right? So let's say you take a photo, but you say, you know what? I love that photo of us. I want to blow it up and I want to put it on this wall. Right now, where pixels matter, pixels are like the individual like specks, the individual dots of information inside the photo. They transmit the colors. So like when you like zoom in all the way and you blow something up, like when you actually like look at somebody's clothes, when you can start seeing like how grainy it gets, that depends on how many pixels it has. So obviously the higher pixels, the more you're able to, blow up a picture, expand it and not lose quality. So what's happening now with these phones, they have 48 megapixels. So that's an incredibly high quality back camera. Now the front camera, the front selfie camera, they said this one is 12 megapixels, which that is insane. 12, no, is it 12 or is it 18? I think 12. I looked that up. It's 12 megapixels, which for a front camera, that's pretty impressive. I'm trying to think like these cameras back in the day, over here. These cameras back in the day, I don't even think these ever had maybe 12 megapixels. If you had 12 megapixels on your flip phone, you was different. You was on a different time. Your MySpace was going crazy if you have 12 megapixels on your flip phone. So now to have 12 megapixels in your front camera, but the pixels is different. It was a different time, bro. It was a different time. Anyway, so but the front camera on this is sick because it has a feature now where, so you know how sometimes like you want to take a selfie, but like a group selfie with like mad people, and you got to do one of these to get everybody in it. What's cool is they have a feature where now with the 12 megapixels in the front camera, you don't even have to rotate the phone to get like a wide angle selfie because the camera actually has two lenses in the front. It got like a regular like portrait selfie, and then another mode where you press it and it goes to wide. That's kind of crazy. All right, let's check in on the other chat over there. Yo, shout out to everybody who's on the check-in on the IG. Shout out to everybody who's on the IG. But I'm rocking out with everybody who's on the Twitch. I'm rocking out with everybody who's on Facebook. Am I even on Facebook? I can't even check it on Facebook. Anyway, let's stay focused. Stay focused there. But then check it on Facebook. We'll get it there after. We'll get it there after. This is what you do a test for, right? You got to run the test. You think you just get up and go live? Huh? You think you just get up and just go live without running a test? No. Anyway. So back to this front camera. So what's cool about it is it done setting up? No, preparing the update still preparing the update. Because I'm over here telling you, I could just show you. Maybe that's gonna be the next video. That's gonna be tomorrow night's live. Yeah, you know what? You're right about that, Squeaky Possum. With Twitch, you just gotta get up and go live. Thank you for that, Squeaky Possum. And I appreciate that knowledge because, so as somebody, a little background on me, I've been working in media production since 2010. And so professionally, I've worked on crews where we had to live stream sporting events like CrossFit, UFC, pay-per-view kind of events. So like doing this in like it's funny because I'm trying to like blend some of like the industry knowledge, but also just like just screw it. Like throw all the knowledge out the window. Just go live. We just trying to catch vibes. That's what we trying to do, is trying to catch vibes on Twitch. That's it. So I appreciate that. That's honestly something that I'm working on tonight too. So we just gonna catch a vibe. Just gonna catch a vibe. Even though I'm complaining, I'm still complaining. Like, why is it taking so long? After I just talked about how it used to take like 2 hours to transfer over all your contacts and all your photos. That was the other thing. If you had mad 12 megapixel photos, it was taking like 2 hours to transfer over your phone. You will be tight. You be in that more wasting mad time. Sometimes you be like, just leave it. You just leave your phone at the store and come back the next day, depending on what time you went. So yeah, I'm excited about the camera on this now too, because I'm thinking it could also be a good option to just work into the production workflow. Right now we on, so my main workhorse is this camera. This camera we're looking at right now, my Canon R5. This is the main workhorse. So anytime I do photo shoots, actually no, let me say it like this. So we provide services from brand strategy all the way to content creation, social media marketing. Right. So we can do anything from a high-end commercial production to just some talking head content for social media. So for me, and I work with clients who have different marketing budgets. So for my thing is like, obviously I'm focused on the clientele that I want to work with, but also I don't want to turn no clientele away, also because, we got to eat, we got to keep our lights on in this economy. But I also feel like I have to have the right tools to match the job. Right. So like if somebody's like, oh, well, my budget is 4 figures. Okay. Then I'm gonna come with the Canon DSLR. Right. If it's 5 figures, okay, I'm definitely coming with this Canon DSLR. I'm definitely coming with this. So we got the main workhorse is the Canon R5. Amazing on video. It's funny, Roya joked about it, 80K, but the Canon, oh my bad, the Canon actually goes up to 8K. I never use it in no 8K. I don't see no purpose because nobody can even enjoy no 8K. But this camera shoots 8K. The B camera, the B backup camera, which is the overhead cam right now, that's the 5D, the 5D Mark IV, which the 5D Mark IV was my bread and butter for man long. I got that in 2016, and probably from 2016 all the way until 2020, I was doing everything with that. Shooting documentaries, shooting commercials, photo shoots, everything was with the 5D. Oh yeah, nice. Which DSLR did your dad have? Because I think DSLR is actually probably, that's like one of the best ways. Like for somebody, it depends on everybody's skill level. Like somebody, when they come in and they always say, well, what's the best camera should I start with? But I always say, the two things you gotta take into consideration is what type of content are you producing, right? And obviously, what's your budget? But I feel like the best one is whatever's in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? Which is our phones. And today's phones are actually probably just as good, if not better. Like I said, depending on what you're doing. Like obviously if you're shooting content for social media, this is literally the best thing that you could just pick up and grab. Right? It makes no excuse. Sometimes it's funny because like with all this stuff I'm doing now, I'm just messing around with the tech because I'm actually testing it out. Because next week I got to go produce a podcast. So I'm over here like, how can I make my workflow easy? I got to go film a 2-speaker thing, but I don't want to be sitting in there doing editing on the back end. So if I could set up the 2-3 camera angles, can I sit in, which I'll show y'all this. This is the other tool that I'm using right now. This is the Actually, I don't want to drag it because I unplug everything. But this right here is called the A10 Mini, which is the video switcher. So I literally have the 4 camera inputs in here, and I'm in here cutting camera 1, camera 2, camera 1, camera 2. So I'm in here testing that stuff out. But standard market monitor, yeah, no, you're right. That's like the standard. Like the most you're going up to is 4K, you know. But the truth is like everybody's watching it on their phone. So it's like if you're doing 8K, it's kind of like overkill, I think. I don't know. I think. Oh, who this? Who this? Who this? Oh, I'm over here checking all the. Nah, you ain't late to the party. You ain't late to the party. Nobody's ever tardy to the party. Nobody's ever tardy to the party. Dang, you know what else I got to figure out too on the because I'm running everything through Riverside. So Riverside, like if you depending on where you're watching from, if you're watching from Twitch, if you're watching from uh Facebook, YouTube, you're supposed to be able to comment. Everything goes right into one thing, except for Instagram. So it's funny. I got to keep switching back over and checking the Instagram. But shout out to everybody who's on the check in from Instagram. Nah, we up late. We just rocking. This is a night shift right now. I what's it? You said what system do I use? What you mean? Like as far as like camera system? Uh, Canon. I'm a Canon boy. Canon all day. Shout yo, Team Canon. Team Canon, man. Come on, man. It's Team Canon. What we doing? Team Canon. It was funny because I'm over here looking at the wrong camera. That's you ever love that on live TV when they be looking at the wrong camera? They're like, oh, yeah. This camera. I'm over here looking at this camera. The whole time I was on this camera. But anyway, yeah. Look, it's funny because it's like I don't. I'm a little biased because I've been shooting with Canon since like the first day that the first camera I ever had. My first camera was the Canon T5. Actually, no, let me say it like this. I apologize. It was the Canon T2i Rebel. Yeah, this is like when I first graduated. My mother we went to Costco and I got the camera. It was probably one of the best like entry level DSLRs. You must have been like what like $800. It came with the body. It came with 2 lenses. It came with a bag. It came with extra battery. It came with an SD card. I was in the game, you know. And so ever since then, I kind of just like stayed in Canon because what I feel like, right? There's a couple of ways you can look at what camera system you get into. And for me, one of my things I feel like you should invest in is the camera body does matter. But when we talk about specs, everything is 4K is 4K in today's day and age. What really matters, in my opinion, I think is the lens, is the type of glass you're using. That's really what could make it or break your shot. Obviously, other things like rule of thirds, your lighting is important, shutter speed is important, but really, I think the glass that you use, and for me, I think Canon have the best lenses in the game. There's some other good ones, but for me, I think they're the best that are affordable. Most times when you see somebody shooting with a Sony, they got Canon glass on a Sony. So Team Canon, let's go. Team Canon. Now as far as system, I'm using a MacBook. I'm actually running all of this off of a MacBook Pro. I got another computer that I built. Well, I didn't really build it. Somebody built it and they gave it to me. It was specifically for live streaming. So that's another project on the channel I'm gonna be working on in the coming weeks. I'm gonna figure out how to. It got all the lights and everything in there too. I'm gonna figure that out. But yeah. So that's the thing that I feel like whatever's the best camera that you can afford that gets the job done. Like that's what you gotta rock out with. That's what you gotta rock out with. So shout out to everybody on IG. Oh, my boy, who else is pulling up? Welcome to the live. Welcome to the late night. To the live check-in. Who's on here? Oh, shout out to my boy Johnny. My boy Johnny. Johnny. What is the word? Johnny, where you been at? Johnny, where you been at, my boy? Shout out to my boy Johnny on the check-in. Johnny, we gotta catch up. We got a lot to talk about. We got some work to talk about. All right. But shout out to everybody who just pulled up to the live, to Beyond the Lens live. This is the first edition. And this is today we doing a check-in, just tapping in. working out, a tech check. It's kind of what I like to call them, a tech check. We're gonna, obviously prepare to do this more often. So I'm figuring out what's the best way to do it. You know, and actually another thing too was helping me figure this out too. I had a client who is funny. He's a realtor. He works in real estate. But he comes to me one day. He's like, "Yo, Kev, I want to start live streaming because I know everybody's doing that." He's like, "Yo, I want to be the Kai Sanat of real estate." I said, "Bro, what?" What? Bro, what? What are you talking about? He's like, "Yo, I want to be the Kai Sanat or like Aiden Ross of real estate. Like, I just want to, show what it's like being a real estate broker in New York City." I was like, "All right, cool." And so what his setup was, he wants to show a mix where he wants to show like obviously this day, well, some of it starting from his apartment as he preps to get ready for the day. He also wanted a IRL in real life situation. And it's funny, 'cause I'm talking like I already know the streamer terms, but yeah, for those you probably like, what the hell is IRL? I'm frying. I just learned it like 3 days ago. I'm joking with you, but obviously, in real life stream, meaning like obviously, like this is a studio setup where he can, set stuff up, or anyone could set up in a situation like this. But in real life, sometimes you want to just pick up your phone, which I also think that's effective too. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, okay, like if he's at a listing, he's showing a penthouse. Obviously, he's not gonna have a 2, 3 camera setup. He gonna be go and pick up the phone, like, all right, guys. So today, let me show you this 5.3 million dollar penthouse in New York City. It's overlooking Tribeca. Da da da. He's gonna walk through like this. So a lot of what I do on these lives, obviously, is me building community. I'm creating content. That's the main purpose of this, because what I'm looking to do with this platform, Riverside, is no. So gaming. You know what's funny? Actually, nah, I'm not really much of a gamer, but I have considered it though, because I'm not like the newest gamer neither. I don't be on no PS5 or nothing. My platform is I got a PS4 and I got a Nintendo Switch OLED, the first one. I didn't do this the second one. I felt like there was no need. And I just feel like $80 for the games was kind of crazy. That's a little at this point, it's still a leisure thing for me. So I'm like, yo, $80 a game was crazy. And when it comes to the Nintendo, I just love Mario Kart. So that's what I get down on. I got other games too. So I got Mario Kart, I got Mario Party. I love those games too. Um, then there's some other games. I got like a couple Dragon Ball Z games. When it comes to PlayStation, on PlayStation, I'm into wrestling. So I got WWE 2K25, which that's pretty fun sometimes on my downtime. I got a Batman. What's it called? Batman Arkham. What was it? I think the last one, whichever the third one in the trilogy. I got that one. I got like some Call of Duty Black Ops, but I got some old shit like some four. And it's funny because that's the one thing I'm trying to figure out too. Is like, okay, like how can I get that stuff going up in here too? So maybe one day you could show me how to figure out. I got the PlayStation. I got it logged in. I just don't know how to even go live from the PlayStation. But what games do you play? If you're a gamer streamer out there, tell us what games you be playing. All right, let's end the live. We ending the live on IG. Get the IG out of here. Let's focus up. We rocking with Twitch. We rocking with the Twitch gang. So and it looked like, hey, phone is ready. Phone is ready. Phone is ready. All right, let's get it. Let's get it, shall we? All right. Let's get it set up. All right, the appearance. All right, bring your current iPhone next to it. Let's finish that. Once again, we're gonna hit that. Let's do the picture in picture on this. But all right, we're gonna hit him with that. The scan in the phone. Bye bye, your party. I'm with the gang. Right, into the code. All right, so that should be going. Data privacy. Continue. All right. Yeah, you got to do all of that. We're gonna steal your data. You know the usual. Okay, cool. And let me not say that. I don't know. I can't say that. Allegedly. Face ID. I'm not a Face ID person. Not really. All right, so what should I do now? It says transfer your data. So you can download your data from your temporary iCloud storage or transfer directly from the other phone. Transfer directly so this phone will be ready with your data when you finish setting up. Transfer says 15 to 20 minutes. The other one says download from the iCloud. Let's see it. Let's see what happens if you go directly from the other phone. Which all my backups go to the iCloud. Oh shoot. Signing as Kev T. That's crazy. I knew it. Same. Yeah, that's crazy. So is that really people only stream games on Twitch? I was wondering that too. Like, if I come on Twitch, am I gonna be corny because I'm just gonna be on here editing videos and editing movies and doing video stuff? I guess so. Maybe my platform I should just rock out with the YouTube. The YouTube. All right. All right. So let's see. Make this your new iPhone. Here's everything set up. All right. Update your iPhone automatically. Turn on location services. Weird. Disabled all my data right now. Apple Pay, set that up later. Apple Watch, set that up later. Screen time. Don't share my iPhone analytics. Apple Intelligence. This is the real major question. This is the real major question. With the Apple Intelligence on doing. Damn. All right. Set it up later. I just want to get into the phone. Action button. I use and customize the action button to open your camera, turn silent mode on and off, turn the flashlights, open the camera, silent mode, switch between silent and ringer for calls, focus, turn on focus mode, open the camera, flashlight, voice memo, recognize music, translate, magnify, shortcut. What? Oh my gosh. And they're talking about this button right here. Let me flip it over here. This side button. That's crazy. All right, and iPhone access to your message. Matter of fact, I should set that up later because I don't know. We'll see what I want to do with it. Who knows? Because I feel like I'm so used to just hitting that spot to turn on silent, but my phone always on silent, so I don't think that matters. I don't do Siri. Do that. All right, yeah, let's get to it. Transferring data from your iPhone. So that's doing that. While that's doing that, yo, shout out to y'all, man. It's November. Anybody got any ill plans for Thanksgiving? Let's come over here. Let's cut back while that's transferring. Cut back over here. And what y'all got going on for the holidays? That fact, oh yeah, I think that first of all, we're not even really at the holidays yet, and I've been fake low key tired of the holidays. Anybody else feel me with that? I just feel like every year, and especially as somebody who like works kind of in marketing, I make marketing videos sometimes too. It's like Yo, y'all be getting earlier and earlier every year with the Christmas marketing. Like, bro, y'all ain't even let us get through October, and y'all was already playing Mariah Carey. Like, chill, just chill out, please, bro. Oh nine, it said transferring gonna take about 4 hours. I should. Matter of fact, I'm about to cancel it. Keep your phone nearby. Yeah, I'm about to cancel it because, bro, like, why is it taking so long? Maybe I should just download it from iCloud. Okay, man, shit. Stop transfer. 3 hours is crazy. 3 hours is wild. Yeah. All right, let's try from the iCloud. Let's see if iCloud is gonna do it faster. Reset. All right, so we're gonna reset. We're gonna reset that. Okay, 4 hours is crazy. I'm gonna take my ass to bed. Matter of fact, that's what I'm about to do. I'm about to take my ass to bed. All right. I'm gonna put this and we're gonna pause it. We're gonna come back tomorrow. And come back on tomorrow's night shift. Maybe I don't know. Who knows? Maybe we'll do Beyond the Lens live during the day. In fact, there's only one way to find out. Make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe. And make sure you follow us. You can follow me. Obviously, you see here on the bottom corner at Shot by Smooth. That's me, my personal account. You could definitely follow me at Talbot Media on all social media platforms. On YouTube as well, because that's where we're gonna keep you up to date on all of this. Most of the things that I be doing is mostly IG. That's you're gonna get up to date. And I'm figuring out a whole strategy as well of like when I'm gonna go live and how I'm gonna filter out the lives between Twitch. Some content gonna only be on Twitch, some content only gonna be on YouTube. We're gonna figure it out. But yeah, I want to say thanks to everybody who pulled up on me tonight for the night shift. I appreciate y'all. And until we meet again.